Executive remuneration is a very contentious issue. There is a fine balance between remuneration that is high enough to attract and retain competent and skilled directors versus excessive remuneration. Shareholders have previously been powerless in terms of influencing this area. However, the Australian Corporations Act was amended in 2011 to give shareholders some power over executive remuneration. This is done in terms of the Two-Strike Rule. This rule gives shareholders the power to spill the board if they are not happy with the remuneration report. That is, eligible shareholders have the power to fire or relieve directors of their board positions. There are three things you need to know about the Two-Strike Rule. The first is, who are the eligible shareholders? Eligible shareholders are those shareholders who are not employed with the organisation in senior positions and do not have any conflict of interest. The Two-Strike Rule can be initiated by eligible shareholders voting no to the remuneration report. You also need to note the percentages required to successfully initiate the Two-Strike Rule. 25% of eligible shareholders need to vote no to the remuneration in Year 1 and in Year 2. At the same meeting in Year 2, 50% of eligible shareholders need to vote in favour of the spill. And once the Two-Strike Rule has been successfully initiated, you need to know which directors are subject to the spill vote. All directors on the board are subject to the spill vote, with the exception of the managing director. People sometimes struggle with the difference between a managing director, or MD, and the CEO of a company. The managing director and CEO are basically the same person. The difference is that an MD holds a position on the board, while a CEO does not. There are two things that need to happen once a spill is successful. The first is that the organisation needs to continue. So, to facilitate continuity, two directors plus the managing director need to remain on the board until the new board is appointed. The shareholders must elect a new board within 3 months or 90 days. To recap, the Two-Strike Rule gives shareholders of companies the power to influence directors' remuneration. That is, through the ability to spill the board, provided certain requirements are satisfied.